All right, when you think of Germany, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it precision engineering, Oktoberfest, maybe some historical figures? Well, today we're going to peel back those layers to look at a nation that's way more complex and dynamic than the cliches suggest. We're going to explore the ideas, the industries, and yep, the challenges that truly define it.
So, what truly defines modern Germany? It's a simple question, right? But the answer is surprisingly complicated. Is it this economic giant, an intellectual cradle, a cultural innovator? Or is it a nation facing some very, very modern challenges? The truth is, it's all of the above. And the numbers, well, they tell a fascinating story. Let's start with the economic muscle, because it's huge. In 2024, Germany's export value is projected to hit nearly $2 trillion. I mean, just think about that number for a second. It's staggering. It absolutely cements its reputation as Europe's industrial heart and a true global export powerhouse. But that's only one piece of the puzzle.
Because Germany's power isn't just economic, it's also deeply intellectual. The nation has produced an incredible 115 Nobel Prize winners. And this isn't some historical footnote, It highlights a deep, continuous contribution to science, literature, and peace that has fundamentally shaped the world we live in.
And just when you think you've got Germany figured out, here's a curveball for you. Over 370,000 people recently showed up for Gamescom, the world's largest gaming event, which is held in Cologne. This isn't just some niche hobby, it's a massive cultural phenomenon, and it shows a side of Germany that is young, digital, and totally connected to the rest of the world. So, that legacy of intellectual firepower we just touched on, that's no accident. To really understand Germany today, you have to start with its foundations, as a land of poets and thinkers. It's a core part of the national identity. Land der Dichter und Denker. It's a phrase Germans themselves use to describe their country. And it speaks to this profound cultural respect for philosophy, for literature, for critical thought, a respect that has echoed for centuries and shaped not just Germany, but really the entire arc of Western civilization. And this timeline just illustrates it perfectly. You see this clear line of disruption: Kant completely revolutionizing philosophy, Goethe defining literary movements, Marx reshaping political economy, and then Einstein just rewriting the laws of physics. These weren't isolated geniuses. They were part of a powerful cultural tradition that encouraged and exported world-changing ideas. And let's not forget where so much of this spread of knowledge actually began. Johannes Gutenberg's invention of the movable type printing press back in the 15th century. I mean, that was the original information superhighway. A German invention that quite literally democratized knowledge for the entire world. So how do you get from that intellectual foundation to this massive economic engine? Well, you apply the same principles: precision, innovation, and deep expertise, and you create a true export powerhouse. Now, at the heart of this powerhouse is a really unique concept: the Mittelstand. This isn't just a term for small businesses, not at all. It's the secret engine of the German economy. We're talking about often family-owned, highly specialized companies that are world leaders in their little niche. They form this dense, resilient network that drives innovation and, get this, employs the majority of the workforce. This chart here gives you the bigger picture of the modern economy. And yeah, industry is still a powerful component at almost 26%. But look at the service sector. It accounts for a massive 64%. This shows a highly developed, super diversified economy where finance, tech, and business services are thriving right alongside that famous manufacturing core. And these are the pillars of that industrial strength. We're talking about the iconic automotive industry, of course, the complex machinery that powers factories all over the world, and the life-saving innovations in pharmaceuticals and chemicals. In these fields, made in Germany is still the global gold standard for quality. Okay, but what if you took that same mindset, that focus on precision, structure, and long-term thinking, and you didn't just apply it to cars, but to society itself? Well, that's exactly what we see in Germany's social structures, and healthcare is the perfect example. This is basically the blueprint for the world's oldest social health insurance system. It's built on 4 key principles. 1, everyone has to be insured. 2, it's funded by contributions from both employers and employees. 3, the principle of solidarity, which means contributions are based on your income, not how healthy you are. And 4, self-governance, which gives key players a direct role in managing the whole thing. It's a complex design, for sure, but a very stable one. And you can see the commitment to this system right here. In 2022, the total health spending per person was over $8,000. That number reflects a society that places a very, very high value on universal access to comprehensive healthcare. But an engineered society isn't just about work and responsibility. It's also about engineering a high quality of life. A legal minimum of 24 paid vacation days, and most employees get somewhere between 25 and 30. That shows a deep cultural emphasis on leisure, on travel, and on personal well-being.
So we've seen the intellectual side, the economic side, but what about modern culture? It's time to move past the stereotypes of lederhosen and beer halls and look at Germany's vibrant creative pulse today.
So what does modern German culture even look like? Well, it's the driving beat of Berlin techno, a genre it basically pioneered. It's the historic Babelsberg Film Studios, a huge hub for international movies. It's high fashion, world-leading gaming conventions, and even an unrivaled passion for innovative board games. It's creative, it's diverse, and it's hugely influential. What's really fascinating is how these modern cultural threads connect directly to Germany's past. The spirit of musical innovation that gave us Beethoven now fuels the global techno scene. Gutenberg's printing press has evolved into the interactive storytelling we see celebrated at Gamescom. And the revolutionary design principles of Bauhaus, you can see them echoed on the runways of Berlin Fashion Week. It's this continuous legacy of innovation, just in new forms.
But no story is complete without its challenges. The highly engineered German model, for all of its success, is now facing some of the most significant headwinds in a generation.
And here is the first major challenge: demographics. Today, more than 22% of Germany's population is 65 or older. That is a massive number of people moving out of the workforce and into retirement. And just look at the projection for 2050. That number is expected to climb to over 30%. This creates immense pressure on the pension systems, on healthcare, and on the labor market. It's a demographic reality that just can't be ignored. And compounding all of this is a shift in the economic climate. That export-driven model is vulnerable. Germany has recently had to navigate a recession, and it's grappling with high energy costs and slowing demand from its key trading partners. The engine is definitely being tested. So this leaves us with the ultimate question. A nation of poets, thinkers, and engineers built one of the world's most successful models. Now, faced with these demographic shifts and new economic realities, how will it apply that same ingenuity to engineer its path forward? The next chapter, well, it's still being written.